Hi guys, this is a video for Beginner Conversation Week 12. So you guys have finished your individual presentations. Yay! They were really good. You guys did such a good job. So I'm really happy with the way the Flipgrid individual presentations looked. Thank you for working hard. So next in the class, we have 2 more assessments before the end of class. You have your group presentation and you have your listening test. Now, we got some good news that we can have one class face-to-face. I think maybe. So right now they said it's okay to have one face-to-face class the last week of class. So maybe they will change, I don't know. But let's plan to have the last class together. And if there is a change, then we will do the class online. But because we can have the class together, the last class, I want to change the schedule. So group presentations and listening test will change. Okay, so right now the last week is the listening test, but I want to change. So group presentations will be the last class. So we can do our group presentations together in the classroom. So I will make the listening test online in the LMS in the next 2 weeks. So you can take the listening test online before the last week of class. Then the last week of class, we will have the group presentations. Okay, so let's get started. We have to finish the textbook. We have one more chapter. So this is chapter 11 in your textbook. Let's start with a PowerPoint to give you some new vocabulary before we look at the textbook together. Okay? So here is the PowerPoint. The title is Of Course You Can. And this is page 92. It's page 92 in your textbook. So let's get started. The topic of this chapter is rules. What are rules? Well, rules are what is okay and what is not okay. What you can do and what you can't do. So if you think about in the classroom, there are some rules, right? Like you can ask a question, but please raise your hand. You should raise your hand if you want to ask a question. You can't just talk in the classroom. Right? You should be respectful to the teacher. So if you have a question, and you should wait after you raise your hand, the teacher will say, oh yes, okay, you have a question? Then you can talk. So there are rules. What is okay? What is not okay? So let's take a look at some expressions. Can has 2 meanings. So here is you can take off your clothes. You can wear no clothes, right? Like if you take a shower in your house, you have to take off your clothes. So you can. It is possible. But you can't take off your clothes outside, right? So you should only take off your clothes sometimes. You can. It is possible to take off your clothes outside, but it is not a good idea, right? It is possible, but it is not a good idea. So the can has 2 meanings. One is it's okay, it's possible. You can do this, right? Like I can eat spicy food. It is possible. And another one means it's okay. Like, you can ask a question in class if you raise your hand. That means it's okay. You can listen to your music now. It's okay. All right, so there's two meanings for can. So be careful when you hear or when you speak I can bada bada bada. There's two ways to say I can do something. So, rules, vocabulary. There's some new vocabulary. You have to. This means yes, you have to. There is no decision, no choice. I can't say no. You have to, you must. So you have to, for example, if you go to the store, to Emart, if you go to Emart and you take food, you have to give money, right? You have to. You need to. It's the same. If you go to Emart and you take food, you need to give money. You must. Okay? There is no option to say no. It's 100% yes. 100% yes. You have to, you need to, you must. And 100% no. You must not. You can't. 100% no. Don't. Do not. But sometimes it's a suggestion. It's not strong yes or 100% no. But I think maybe it's better. I think maybe it's a good idea. So when we say this one, we say you should or you shouldn't. Like, for example, you look tired. You should get more sleep. It's a good idea, but it's not 100% yes. It's not, you must go to sleep now, right? It is just a, maybe you should, okay? Also, we say, you don't need to, or you don't have to, or it's okay to. You don't need to go outside every day. You don't have to eat meat. It's okay to take a nap. It's okay to go to sleep now. That means if you want, it's okay. But you don't have to. So, do you want some watermelon? So you don't have to eat watermelon, but if you want some watermelon, please eat some. But if you're not hungry, then you don't have to. Okay? Or it's okay to use a pen or a pencil on the test. It's okay to go outside now. It means it's not a rule. There is no rule. So what do you want to do? Okay, so let's look at some common rule expressions from your textbook. Number one is, you have to enter here. Like, for example, at the movie theater or the restaurant, you should go in the front door so you can pay or so you can sit down. Don't come in the back, right? Don't come in the side. You must come in the front door. You must enter here. You have to enter here. You must turn off your music. Maybe when you ride the bus or if you are in a restaurant, don't make noise. You must turn off your music. It's okay to have a pet. So in an apartment, you maybe hear, it's okay to have a pet. This means if you want a dog or a cat, yeah, you can have a dog or cat. It's possible. But if you don't want a dog, you don't get a dog. It's up to you. Do you want a dog? Yes? Okay. No, you don't have to. Okay? It's up to you. You choose. You shouldn't park in the street. So here is park in the street, right? Sometimes it's okay to park in the street. But there are some streets that are very busy. There are so many cars, and maybe the cars should turn right in the right side of the street, or they should, you can't use your car parking in the street because the road is too important. It's too big and there are too many cars. So sometimes you shouldn't park in the street. No parking. Don't fall asleep. Like in the classroom, right? You can't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep. You can't smoke here. No smoking. You don't have to wait. So again, you don't have to. This means if you want to, it's okay. But you don't have to. So my idea for this is at the airport. At the airport. When you fly. There is first class and there is general boarding. First class is so expensive. So I never fly first class. Always I fly the general boarding. And when you go onto the airplane, you have to wait in line, right? Sometimes there is a very big line to get on the airplane. But if you are first class, priority boarding, you can go in. Some people like to go in very early, but some people don't want to sit on the airplane too long. So some people just wait, and then maybe 20 minutes before the plane leaves, they will go. So you don't have to wait, but if you want to wait, you can. First class people, you don't have to wait. General boarding people, you must wait. You must wait. But first class people, you don't have to wait. You can go in. And if you want to wait more, that's okay. Just relax. And when you want to come in. You don't have to wait. Okay. How about this one? You don't need to wear a uniform. Again, it's okay if you want to, but you don't need to. So in high school, in middle school, you need to wear a uniform, right? In high school and in middle school, you need to wear a school uniform. But in university, you don't need to wear a uniform. Maybe you guys don't know, this is our school. Sometimes we have English class here. So I think my English class last year was here or over here. So maybe soon we will see, this is B1 building. Maybe soon we will see each other here. So at Daegu Catholic University, you don't need to wear a uniform. If you want to wear a school uniform, you can. Nobody will say, hey, stop wearing that uniform. You can. Maybe it is cute. But you don't have to. You don't need to. Okay, so responses. Response is what to say next when you hear a question. So what to say next. If I say, thank you, you should say, you're welcome, right? If I say, hello, you should say, hello. So the response is, hello. The response is, you're welcome. what to say next when you hear 뭐뭐뭐. That is response. So if I ask a question about the rules, like for example, is it okay if I smoke here? Is it okay if I park here? Is it okay if I come in now? There are some answers. Yes. It's all right. It's fine. No problem. It's okay. So, is it okay if I smoke here? No problem. Is it okay if I come in now? Sure, it's all right. But here is the no answers. Is it okay if I smoke here? Please don't. Is it okay if I come in now? Sorry, no. Is it okay if I park here? I prefer you didn't. I prefer means I want. I will be more happy if you don't. So I prefer you didn't means please don't, in a very nice way, very fancy way to say please don't. I prefer I want, you don't. You didn't. I prefer you didn't. It's an expression. Okay, so that's the end of the PPT. So let's go ahead and finish the video. It's already a little long, so I will do part 2 for the textbook. So please watch the next video to see the textbook work for chapter 11. Okay, thanks guys.